the basic definition of an ammeter. First of all, it is used for what? It is used for, can you all tell me? It is used for, it is used
Measuring
for
current.
measuring current.
Measuring
Okay.
current.
Yes. Second thing, the basic thing is you have to, here it gets confusing. Okay, here it gets confusing. You have to put it always in series. Okay, that's the thing. Ammeter is always connected in series of a circuit. Okay. Third thing is, if you have to convert a galvanometer into an ammeter, you have to connect a shunt resistor in parallel. In parallel. So that is where we get confused, whether this is an ammeter or whether this is a voltmeter or what. Two things in mind. First of all, ammeter is basically an entire setup of a galvanometer connected in parallel with a shunt resistor. Is this clear? It is an entire setup, and this entire setup will be called as an ammeter, and it is to be connected in series with any circuit you want to find out the current in. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, so if that is clear, remember one thing that we were doing. We found out the potential of this branch over here. That is basically G into Ig. Okay, that's the potential. And in this branch, the potential was S into I minus Ig. And we know in a parallel configuration, the potential of both the branches are supposed to be same. So I just simply equated and got this. Okay, once I have achieved this, if suppose there is a question where we have to forget if there is a question, not it's not the point of a question here. If I have to design a if I have to design an ammeter, the first thing I need to take care is that there should not be too large amount of current here. Okay, that was my concept. So if my concept itself is telling me that the galvanometer should not have too much of current, otherwise it will get burnt. So in order to do that, I have to select a resistor in such a way that maximum current passes through this. And to find out what type of resistance I need to connect, I can simply rearrange this and find out what the resistance would be equal to. So it will be Ig upon, okay, my pen has got over. Okay, so it is Ig into G upon I minus Ig. Okay, now where is this I coming from? I is basically the total current entering. This is I. It gets into Ig and I minus Ig. Okay, so first of all, when you talk about, till now we spoke about ammeter, but what about an ideal ammeter? What is an ideal ammeter? Okay, ideal ammeter basically is telling you that there should be absolutely no current passing through the galvanometer. Okay, sorry, resistance of an ideal ammeter is basically zero. That is what I mean. Resistance of an ideal I'm talking about, is going to be zero. But this is not possible. Why is it not possible? Okay, why is it not possible? Can anyone tell me? In an ideal ammeter, the resistance should be zero. But why is this not possible? Okay, if the
Because
entire
no
ammeter,
material is completely conducting.
yes, no material, there cannot be any such in practical state. We don't have such a, okay, superconductors, apart from superconductors, we don't have any other option. Okay, therefore, because of a shunt resistor, okay, we have distribution of current and the reading of ammeter. Okay, you need to know one thing, that in practicality, the reading of ammeter, okay, the current reading of this ammeter is always going to be less than the actual current. Why? Because there is going to be some resistance here. There is going to be some resistance in this. Okay. In an ideal ammeter, the resistance of this should be zero. But since there is always going to be some amount of resistance here in practical state, so your reading, if suppose you are getting a reading in a circuit, let's say 2 amperes, so maybe 2 amperes is not the correct very precise reading. It can be 2.5 or it can even be 3 amperes. 3 amperes is too much, but you can see there is some sort of an error. When we go to lab practicals, if suppose we have an opportunity to do so, I can show you, I can demonstrate that to you. Okay, so if this is understood, if all these concepts are basically understood, then let's move on to one question. Okay, let's move on to questions and let's see what is the response of an ammeter in several conditions. Okay, when you do questions in physics, okay, you are basically trying to achieve a result uh, out of some conditions which are given to you. Okay, so these conditions have been verified by such questions itself. Okay, so let's not waste time. See, so the first question is, what is going to be the value of the shunt resistor? Okay, so I will write shunt resistor's value. What is it going to be? Okay, uh, if 10% of the main current passes through a galvanometer of 99 ohms. Okay, what is the value of shunt which passes? Okay, the shunt resistor passes 10% of the main current. Okay, through a galvanometer of 99 ohms. Did you all understand the question? So if I have to draw it, basically they are telling me that there is a galvanometer and a resistor across it, which makes the entire setup what? An ammeter, yes or no? There is some current here, I, which is getting redistributed as IG, and it is getting redistributed as I minus IG. In that case, what the question is saying is basically, the shunt resistor S over here, the shunt resistor, okay, is passing only 10% of the main current through galvanometer. It's selected in such a way that only 10% of this main current is passing through the galvanometer. So what is going to be my resistance value? What is going to be the shunt resistance value? Can anyone tell me the approach?
We will take total current as I.
Okay, we'll take total current as I. Any other approach? Okay, that is one way of saying it. Okay. Anyone else? No one else? Have you all understood the question? All of you? If not, don't worry. Look here. It's only simple. It's very simple. They're saying that the shunt resistor, because of this shunt resistor, only 10% of this main current, 10% of this current is passing here. So what I can say that this IG is basically 10% of the main current I. So 10%, if you calculate how much is it? 0.1, can I say? 0.1 into I. Yes or no? Yes or no? So I got IG as 0.1 I. IG as 0.1 I. If I've got IG as 0.1 I, can you calculate what I minus IG will be? What is I minus IG going to be? Please tell me. I minus IG is going to be I minus IG's value is 0.1 I. Okay, so that is going to be 0.9 ampere, 0.9 I. Yes or no? Did you all understand this? So we got two equations. IG is 0.1 I minus IG is 0.9 I. So basically we got the current. We got the current in terms of the main current. Now, if I have to find out the value of this shunt resistor, just now we did a concept of potential in two branches of an ammeter. So what will be the equation here? Can you look at this and tell me the equation? What is it going to be? No idea. S into I minus IG equals to IG into G. Yes or no? So you
Yes,
can
sir.
apply that. Yeah, you can apply
Yes,
that
sir.
formula. So write it down. Write it down. Don't be quiet, everyone. Don't be quiet. Just write that formula down. Okay, it's not about biting the formula. Look at this branch. Immediately derive that in your head. S into I minus IG, the potential here is equal to this potential. So it will be S. Let me use another marker. It's going to be S I minus IG equals to IG into G. Now, what was I minus IG we got? I minus IG 0.9 I. Yes or no? Just substitute that. And what was IG equal to? 0.1 I. Keep G as it is. So tell me, what is going to be if suppose I say that the galvanometer has a resistance of 99 ohms. Can you find out what S is going to be equal to?
11
11
ohms.
S is going to be equal to, so if you see, it's going to be 0, I and I will get cancelled here. Okay, 0.1 into 99 upon 0.9. So this will get cut, and 9 ones are 9 11s are. S is equal to 11 ohms. So the thing about this is, if you want, see, I told you the question, but the concept is this, that if the shunt resistor is 11 ohms, in this situation, basically only 10% of the main current will pass through the galvanometer. Okay, and the rest of the current will pass through this resistor. Are you all understanding how the ammeter is being constructed, with what logic it is being constructed? So tomorrow you go to a shop, you go to a technical place, and you tell them, I want a galvanometer which is having a certain amount of current. Maybe I want a galvanometer which has only 5 milliamperes of current passing through it. So they will give you such a setup. They will actually, the question which I had just dictated to you, that will be the same question in their mind. They calculate these, and they'll put a resistor here in such a way that you'll have only 5 milliamperes passing through this. Are you all getting this? Are you all getting this? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one simple concept. Let's go to another question. See, listen, right now I am dictating the questions to you. I am also explaining them to you. Okay, but that is not the case in your exams. No one will explain. So you all have to go through questions yourself in your books and solve them. Okay, that will also give you a wide it will give you a wide definition of the concept. Okay, another question says, by what amount is the current in circuit A? Let's say there is a circuit A, okay, having some voltage, some resistor here, and okay, let's say this is 10 volts and this is 2 ohms. Another circuit is there which is quite similar to this circuit, but it has an ammeter here. Okay, this also will explain you one concept. Just look at 10 volts. Let's say this is 2 ohms again, and this ammeter has a resistance of 0.5 ohms. You can see here that I am not representing the ammeter with a galvanometer and a resistor. It is that entire setup in this circle. Okay, you understand that ammeter can be represented as A. So I just represented it like that. The question is this: by what amount is the current in circuit B less than the current in circuit A due to the introduction of this ammeter? Okay, so just find out
1
due to the
ampere.
introduction. Yeah, 1 ampere. Everyone understood this? Just find out the current in this and find out the current in this. That's it. What is going to be the current in this? Tell me here itself. I is equal to V by R. So what is V here? 10.
10.
What is R? 2. So how much is the
5
current here?
amperes.
5 amperes. What is the current here in this circuit? I is equal to V by R. So what is V? 10. What is resistance here? 2 ohms and 0.5 ohms are in series. Okay, 2 ohms, 0.5 ohms are in series. It's 2.5.
2.5 ohms.
10 upon 2.5 is how much?
4.
4 amperes. So can you see here that just by introducing an ammeter to read the current, okay, due to a certain small amount of resistance in it, which according in ideal conditions would be 0, but there is some resistance in it, and because of that my current reading is basically fluctuated from 5 amperes to 4 amperes. Can you see the error? Can you see the error? So this is what happens. So when you are exactly checking your current in your socket, okay, it's not the exact reading you're getting. There is always going to be there's always going to be an error in this. Okay, there is a 1 ampere error in this. Okay, let's go to another question. Okay, find the ammeter reading if the current through, okay, yes, 1 minute. Let's draw the circuit. 1 ohms. This is 6 ohms. This is 18 volts. And this has an ammeter like this. First of all, is this configuration correct?
No, sir.
Okay, so we are going to find out. Yeah, we are going to find out whether this ammeter is going to read the current properly or not. Okay, so I just want to tell you that the ammeter is having a 3 ohm resistance here. How much? 3 ohm. We are taking the 3 ohms here. So just find out the current through 6 ohms and see if the ammeter is also having the same current. That is the question. Question is to find out the current through 6 ohms and compare it with the reading of the ammeter. So you'll have to find out the current in the ammeter branch as well. So how do we go about this?
It's not the same.
It's not the same, yeah, but we have to solve it here. That's okay, it's not the same. Solve it. Tell me what is the current really, magnitude of the current going to be?
2 ampere
So-
and 4 ampere.
2 ampere and 4 ampere. Okay, someone already gave the answer. Fine. For those who don't know, look here. First of all, before finding out the current through any branch, find out the total current. To find out the total current, what you have to do? You have to find out the resistance. Which resistance? Equivalent resistance. So 3 ohms and 6 ohms are in parallel. Yes or no? Apply the formula. 3 into 6 upon 3 plus 6. How much is that?
2 ampere. 2 ohm.
2 ohms. And 2 ohms is in series with this 1 ohm resistor. How much is that? 3 ohms.
3 ohm.
So now, yeah. So now you know what is V. You know what is the total resistance. Find out what current is. 18 by 3. That is how much?
6 amperes.
6 ampere.
6 amperes. So right now, all you know is that 18 volts is delivering a current of how much? 6 ampere. 6 ampere will get divided into some current here, I1 say, and it is going to get divided into some current here, I2. Now, you remember current division method? All of y'all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So can we find out what is going to be my current in in one of those branches? Can you all do that?
Yes,
If
sir.
I have to find out the current through ammeter, what I will do? I1 is going to be equal to what? Can I say it is going to be the incoming current I into opposite
6
resistor
upon 9.
6 upon 6 plus 3 and substitute the value of I, that is 6 into 6 upon 6 plus 3. How much is that? How much is that? 4 amperes. So I know now the current going through ammeter is how much? Everyone? 4 amperes.
Four-
So if my total current is 6 ampere and the current going through this ammeter is 4 ampere, how much will be the current through 6 ohms? Subtract what you will get?
2 ampere.
2 ampere.
2 amperes.
So if my question was what? My question was whether this ammeter is reading correctly. Is the ammeter reading the current through the 6 ohms correctly or yes or no? No, right? No, it
No.
is not. Why? Because 6 ohms has a current of 2 amperes. And if I want to measure the current going through this 6 ohms, okay, and I put it in parallel, I will get what? How much reading I will get? 4 amperes. So can you see there is almost a 2 ampere difference here. That is a lot of current difference. Okay, that's a very incorrect value. So always remember. Now we come to know by putting an ammeter parallel to a circuit in which we want to find out current, we are going to get a wrong value. So this was another concept. Okay. Everyone understood this? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go to another question. Wow, so many questions. That means there are so many concepts. Okay, so each resistance in this circuit is basically going to be each resistance. Let's say this is one ammeter A1 and this has a resistor here. Then there is another resistor here with an ammeter here. Let's say this is A2. And then let's say there is another resistor here. Ammeter here. Resistor here. And one more resistor here. Is this entirely coming? No, wait. Not coming. Yeah. So this is a big circuit. and I'm telling you that all the resistors are basically 10 ohms. Just give me a minute. Yeah, 10 ohms. And the potential is 2 volts. Now, let's say that this is basically A1, this is A3, and this is A2. A1, A2, A3. Okay. So, find out the readings of all the ammeters. So, first of all, if you have to find out readings in all the branches, first find out the main current. For that, tell me, Patafat, what is going to be the equivalent resistances?
So what is the
What?
resistance of ammeter?
There is no resistance of the ammeter. I just want the
Okay.
reading. When I put the reading, I just want the reading through the branch. That is basically my. That is basically why I put the ammeter. So you have to only tell me what is going to be the reading at A1, A3, A2. Okay. So coming back, everyone who's solving, solve. Okay. Look here. For those who not getting it. To find out the total current, first we have to find out total current. So find out equivalent resistance. So what is going to be my R equivalent here? Immediately should come
10.
into my mind. It's
Sir,
going to be
2
R by 5. Okay, it's going to be R by 5. Why? 5 resistors in parallel, R by N formula, 10 by 2. That is 5 ohms. Now I know what is my equivalent resistance. I know what is the voltage. What is the current going to be? Main current going to be
Sir,
V by
10
R.
by 5.
Yeah, okay. So it's, wait, what is 2 and by 5? Am I doing something wrong? What did I do wrong?
10 by 5 will be 2 ohms. Sir,
I
equivalent
wrote 10 by 2
resistance
here.
would
That
be
was my mistake.
10 by 5.
Yeah, I made a mistake. I wrote 10 by 2 here. That was my mistake. So 10 by 5, 2 ohms. Yeah. Okay. So y'all are paying attention. Great. Okay. I make mistakes sometimes. Okay. V by R. So what is V? 2. What is R? 2. So what is going to be my current? 1 ampere. So if 2 volts is delivering a current of 1 ampere here, then what is my A1 reading? Ammeter 1
1
reading.
ampere.
So I can write A1 is basically 1 ampere. Here I got 1 ampere. Great. Now let's see whether A3, what is going to be my reading in A3 and A2? What is going to be my reading in A3 and A2? So if you can see here, all the resistors are parallel to each other. The potential across each of these resistors will be equal to 2 volts, yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can I? Why? All are parallel, no? And there is no resistor here. I didn't say there is an ammeter is having some resistor here. Doesn't make a difference. Just tell me 2 volts over here will be accordingly potential across each branch. So if potential across each branch is 2 volts and each branch is having 10 ohms resistance, then what is the current through each branch? Tell me. So I will be equal to V by R again.
0.5.
It's going to be 2 by 10. It's going to be 0. It's 1 by 5. It's going to be 0.2 amperes. Yeah, 0.2 amperes. So if I is equal to I through branch, so I'll write B here, IB. So then can I say that the ammeter 3, the reading of ammeter 3 is 0.2 amperes? Can I say? 0.2, sorry. So if each branch is having 0.2 ampere, 0.2 ampere, here also 0.2, here also 0.2, then what is this going to be equal to? Will not this be the addition of the current passing through this last 2 branches? That is 0.2 plus 0.2. Yes or no? So A2 will have a reading of 0.4 ampere.
0.4 ampere.
Everyone clear? Is it clear to everyone? Can I rub it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, okay. I need 2 responses. Fine. So we have understood